talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Robinson. Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Bridges. And it's Anunoby in a two-guard. Bridges shot good.
Gotta love the extra effort from Bridges to make sure that break ended with a score.
Young taking his time here. And there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul.
Team first.
Johnson, the pass to Daniels. Johnson with a screen on Anunoby. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches a 3.
Such a good job by Robinson to use his arms and alter the shot on the inside. Getting inside the head now of the offense.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now, here's Bridges. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bridges has got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Now, here is Young to the inside. Here's Okongwu. Robinson pulls it in. Pass to Hart. Fires for 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he can hurt you from there. The D must be up on Hart when he has the ball.
It's Young on the wing. Defended by Bridges. It's good from long range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Anunoby. Back to Bridges. Pass to Anunoby from downtown. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Daniel from outside. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks leading by 3. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Atlanta. And Johnson with the stuff.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
We're talking about Trae Young here, G.A. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Now, here's Bridges. He has 5. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 3. Young from outside, traps in the tray.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter, and Trae Young finds his. He's pretty fine at taking those shots.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Bridges lays it up off the glass. Bridges has got 7.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Bridges against Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Anunoby outside. Outside Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Fires, high post. Good, he hits the jump shot.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
The shot by Okongwu, no good. The Knicks leading by 4. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Here's Hart. Lets it go from deep. You can't hit that time. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks out front, leading by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. We've got Bridges. Mitchell Robinson out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Hart in at the 3, a small forward.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself that he can get to the rim.
Bridges outside. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Hawks trail by 4. Young with no one around. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And it's 8 points for Trae Young.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Bridges outside. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Here's Young. He can't get that one. Bridges with some nice defense. Outside, Towns. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Towns has got the lead up to 6 now for New York.
It really is something else to watch a guy like Towns shoot from that far out.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Towns with the steal. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Anunoby passes to Towns. Outside for Robinson. Towns against Young. Clock at 4. Lets it go from the wing. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
There's the 3. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Reza Shade with the steal. Okongwu finds Young. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead. Now, here's Bridges. 11 points in the game. Off target at the rim. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who can dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Hart, that's good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Out to the right wing. Okongwu kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. No one covering. 6 points for Ricochet.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Ricochet thrives in that role.
Knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Bridges double team. Outside Towns. New York moving it around. Robinson misses. Atlanta leading by 4. Pass to Daniels. Back to Johnson. Young outside. Johnson sets the screen for Young. Here's the teardrop. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
And so Young nails them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here is Hart. 6 points for him. Towns a screen on Young. Hart finds Towns. Drills the three-pointer. Towns has got 8 points.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's Atlanta as they end the second quarter on a 15-6. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Terrence Mann is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Nance. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Niang in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is a very cerebral player. He says he focuses on the little things. The attention to detail has made the game a lot easier. I know what I'm capable of. So as long as I keep working on my craft, keep the same mindset, only good things are going to happen for me. Kevin, back to you.
Good stuff, David. Amazing how far he has come. We appreciate the report.
And that's where Capella is so dangerous. He slips off those screens and is such a big target to pin him.
Poke loose. It's stolen by Capella. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Man, there's the killer two-handed slam.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from Brunson. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And Capella sends it back.
Well, that's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs, Capella with another shot block.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Oh, that's blocked. LeVert with it. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Nance outside. LeVert in the corner. Takes the 3. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Here's Brunson, and he drives in. Brunson stays agile and finds his opening inside.
Something about Brunson on the drive. He's just so fiery with the ball. Nothing's going to get in his way.
Here's LeVert. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. LeVert's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Atlanta.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. It's stolen by Nance. Pass to man. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Now, Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
Puts up a 3. Out to the wing. Aston Niang beyond the arc. Connects from three-point range. Niang's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Brunson, 7 points in the game. Now here's Achua, defended by man. The shot's good from Achua.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Here's LeVert, driving the lane.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
And here's Brunson outside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Here's man. And the 3 off target. Knicks trail by 13. Stolen by LeVert. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, no one's on you, great shot there.
And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
3 seconds left, and the layup good by LeVert. LeVert's got 8.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And so it's Atlanta. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And New York, looking at who they've got, we've got Josh Hart. Bridges out there with Anunoby. Then there's Towns, and it's Robinson in at the 5.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
Here's Young. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 19 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
I don't like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Towns for 3. Good on the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Knicks trail by 16. Hart the pass to Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
And that's a strength of Mitchell Robinson's game, a force in the paint.
Here's Okongwu. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Down low, Johnson goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on down.
And no question, Trae Young is a very special passer and playmaker on the floor.
Bridges passes to Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Young dishes to Okongwu. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
How about the work ethic there of Towns? He's great at positioning himself on the glass and just outworking the opponent. He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is in all time.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Anunoby. No good from outside. Atlanta leading by 15. Daniels from outside. It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got 6 rebounds now in the game. On the wing, Bridges. It's Robinson, top of the key. Young with the steal. Going inside. Out to the right wing. Here's Risacher. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 15.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
They really lit it up in this fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely. Just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Okongwu with a screen on Bridges. Nice move. And Young with the nice bucket inside. And the Hawks lead by 14.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
All sorts of time. Robinson pulls it in. And so here is New York. Here's Anunoby, and the Knicks good for 2.
Doesn't get much easier than that. Hart was licking his chops when he saw his man wide open.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. Young against Bridges. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A confident win in one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett.
My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And now Indiana's starting group. Halliburton runs point with Mathurin flanking him. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Walker in at small forward. Turner finds Walker. The rebound by Atlanta.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Now here's Halliburton. He's closely guarded. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Turner. The three ball knocks down the triple.
The defense better watch Turner more closely because he can strike that fast.
Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Here's Mathurin. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. And a two-handed jam.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming at home.
Here's Young. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Halliburton. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He can move around with the big boys. Halliburton not giving in on the interior.
Here's Young. Pass to Daniels. The kick out to Young. Drills it from deep. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Halliburton. Here's the three. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Young can't hit.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Turner from behind the arc. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I asked him if there was a plan in place to slow down Halliburton, and coach joked, hey, if a plan existed, somebody smarter than me would have come up with it. Tyrese impacts the game in too many ways for us to neutralize. We just need to do what we can to make life difficult for him.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And here's Indiana now. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Halliburton goes. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Yeah, great play. Halliburton ferocious with the ball in his hands, using that long frame to his advantage.
And Rizachet, the bucket, on the assist by Young.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
We've got 1:18 left in the first. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Now here's Halliburton. And here's Matherin. 6 to shoot. Outside Walker. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Atlanta ball. 50 seconds left in the first quarter here. Nails it from 3.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Halliburton, the pass to Matherin. Walker sets a screen. Shot's good by Matherin. Matherin's got 7.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Here's Young. Buries it down low.
Yeah, he can light up the stat sheet. Young really putting on a clinic.
Halliburton finds Walker. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Matherin missing. The Hawks lead by 3. Young looking for an opening. Driving to the basket, shoots over Walker, and the Hawks tack on 2 more.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Off the inbound pass. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. A big-time effort for Trae Young. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. Pass to Walker. Matherin against Young. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That'll be a second foul of the game. the paint. Outside Matherin. Rebound Atlanta. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Out to the right wing. Here's Okongwu. And Turner with the block.
A ferocious shot blocker, Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Walker sets a screen. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve. Really good passing wing. Risache isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Here's Matherin. Outside Walker. Siakam outside. Just 5 on the clock. Walker, a screen on Johnson. And the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, sometimes I think the 6'9" length of Siakam surprises opponents. He's able to go through or over contact.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. Great stuff there. Thank you.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to duck it home.
Outside Young. Off target with the 3. Pacers trail by 3.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
His first. Team third.
Halliburton on the wing. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Atlanta leading by 3. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Stolen by Young. Down low. Oh!
Wow!
And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Now here's Halliburton. Here's Walker. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
To the wing, right side. Okongwu finds Young. Now here's Johnson. To the wing on the left. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Risache. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Outside Matherin. There's the 3. Sure, from 3-point range.
Shot's good. And just a tremendous ability to finish. No backing down at all from Matherin.
And Atlanta making a change here. Mann's checked in. Here's Mann. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Okongwu with it. Turner covering. Here's Daniels. Beyond the arc. And here's Okongwu for 3. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Even though he's young, Daniels Finals tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. There's a screen. The three. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so a close game as we wrap up the first. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Toppin. Shepard is out there with Andrew Nembhard. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Nesmith in at the three. Now here's Man. Here's the pick. Here's Niang. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
And six-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Graham.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
Outside man. And Bryant pulls it down. Indiana trailing here. Here's Shepard going inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Toppin, a screen on Levert. Nembhard outside. The three is up. The rebound by the Hawks. Outside man. Screen by Capella. Man, the pass to Capella. Back to Man. From deep. And Bryant pulls it down. Pacers trail by 3. And Nesmith, here we go. Misses from short range. Atlanta's gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And here's Levert for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
That's a big make for Levert. Should help his confidence.
Toppin outside. And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Team first.
Here's Nembhard. Outside Nesmith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good D by Niang. The Hawks lead by 6. It's Nance off the drive. Pass to Man. Lays it up and banks it in. Man's got 5 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this season.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. He drops it from range. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Oh, nice ball movement by Levert. A welcome sign for this team.
Nembhard, the pass to Nesmith. Back to Nembhard. 1:27 left in the third quarter. There's a screen by Toppin. Here's Nesmith. Soft touch off the glass.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Neesmith brings a double. Pass to Niang. Drives to the hoop. Outside man. 58 seconds left in the third. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Neesmith following the score by Atlanta. There's a screen by Toppin. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Neesmith's got his second basket.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Nembhard outside. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Shepard. Out left to the wing. There's Neesmith with the three. That one doesn't drop. The third quarter comes to a close. Atlanta on top, up 5. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. So that's the Hawks 5. And here are the Pacers now, following the score by Atlanta. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So it'll be Benedict Mathurin shooting. That one on Young. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Here's Halliburton following the score by Atlanta. Outside Mathurin. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Young. To the inside. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team first.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Oh, and Turner with a block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Turner. Here's Daniels, defended by Halliburton. Clock at 6. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Inside, here's Siakam. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Walker against Young. Oh, nice D from Walker. Pacers trail by 6. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Halliburton. Oh, Halliburton! Send it home!
Creating space on his own. Halliburton with a sweet move to create enough daylight for the bucket.
Young against Walker. Outside Young. Young.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Walker sets a screen. Here's Mathurin. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
This is what the team likes about Mathurin. He's calm and cool when they need him to step up.
Young, and he comes up with a bucket. Young's got 22.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the score by Atlanta.
And right now, Mathurin is on a roll. This young guy continues to do whatever he wants.
Young drawing the double team. The three from Rizashea. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. 4-point game. Pass to Halliburton. Now Young with a steal. Walker against Johnson. Outside Young. From outside the arc. And they'll get another chance. Knocks it loose. Just 5 to shoot. Tries yet again. And he takes it up and lays it in. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
Turner against Okongwu. Back to Turner. Kicks it out to Siakam. Pass to Walker. Here's Johnson. And there's the drive. And that one's good.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And Siakam gets it to go. Here's Atlanta with the ball. 6-point lead. Now Young. Fires away from way outside. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This one was in the balance right until the final set. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill.
what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Hart. Anunoby finds Hart. Now, here's Bridges. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. This one for 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. On its way from Turner for 2. Cans the shot with nobody near him. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David. Now, Mathurin, after OG Anunoby missed from long range. Can't cash in from close range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
And finished off by Halliburton.
Halliburton was hungry for that hoop, taking the ball right to the rack and drawing the foul.
Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. Yeah, you say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, here's Halliburton. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Turner with a screen on Bridges. 5 to shoot. The shot's good from Halliburton.
Halliburton's quickness and agility really makes him hard to deal with, especially when he's in close like that.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Bridges against Walker. Towns a screen on Walker. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jarris Walker.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Now, here's Halliburton. He has 5, and it's good. 2 points. Halliburton's got 7.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So Bridges will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Jarris Walker. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Anunoby against Halliburton. Inside, Turner with the steal. Halliburton up top, defended by Bridges. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Josh Hart.
At the line.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pacers?
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
And Clark, the debate around Karl Anthony Towns. Is he the greatest shooting big of all time?
Well, look, if you just want to go numbers, it's an emphatic yes. No 7-footer has ever shot it like Cat. Around 40% from three over his career. That's not just a 1 or 2 season deal. That's a multi-year career. So I say yes.
Now, here's Bridges. 9 points in the game so far.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
Siakam passes to Halliburton. And a wide open look for Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Towns, a screen on Halliburton. Here's Anunoby. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Siakam outside. And finished off by Siakam.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for Indiana. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Robinson in at the center position. They're the group New York will start the second with. Mathurin with the ball. No scoring in this one. Out to Turner. Halliburton sets the pick for Turner. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target.
Really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
Pacers leading by 6. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Outside for Halliburton. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And Towns throws it down.
Big Cat says, take that.
Here's Walker. And the layup is good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bridges deciding where to go with it. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the paint. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Mathurin. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
3-point goal.
Mathurin's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pacers. Here's Bridges. It's rebounded by Indiana. 3-on-3. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
And for the night, Bridges is cooking with grease and showing no signs of slowing down.
Halliburton, the kick out to Walker. It's Turner, high post. For the three, Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 10. To the middle. Here's Towns. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. Towns has got 6 points.
Karl Anthony Towns finishing through contact there.
Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Bridges against Halliburton. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Bridges.
And Bridges is a crafty player, knows how to draw whistles and get to that line.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. And that one falls for Bridges.
At the line, 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Pacers leading by 8. Halliburton looking around. 32 seconds left in the second quarter. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game, makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
Fires for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Takes the 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Robinson. Tries yet again. Can't get the layup. Halliburton outside. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. Pacers, thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Aaron Nesmith. Toppin is out there with Bryant. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Shepard in at the 2 guard. Indiana leading by 7. Now, Nembhard. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
With the drive, Nembhard's shot is good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's McBride. And he finishes nicely on the way.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Here's Nemhard. Brunson covering. And there's the drive. It's hauled in by Achua. Knicks trail by 7. Pass to McBride. Back to Achua. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
36-31.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Nemhard. Brunson covering. Down low. Here's Bryant. And the dunk by Bryant.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Brunson, left side. It's rebounded by Indiana. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the paint, taken away. McBride with the ball. Picked up by Shepard. Achua, the pass to Tucker. Over Neesmith. Here's McBride. Over Shepard. Here's Achua. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Over Neesmith. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers leading by 7. Mark, when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Brunson, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
There's a screen by Toppin. Nifty move.
Boy, you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Brunson the pass to McBride. To end the cold streak. Pacers with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
But that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Bryant. It's hauled in by Achua. McBride with the ball. Releases. And the Knicks miss again. Now, here's Toppin. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pacers out in front as they end the period on a 9. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Miles McBride. Achua is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Akporti in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Here's McBride, defended by Mathurin. Now McBride. There's three-pointers off the mark. And here's Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Brunson. And a wide open look for Halliburton. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
The other thing they've done is they have not shied away from the mid-range game. I mean, plenty of points coming their way off of jump shot opportunities. I like that.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Towns for three. Pacers with the rebound. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Walker is screen on Hart. Mathurin for three. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his fifth rebound right now in the game. Here's Anunoby. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers leading by 15. Siakam finds Mathurin. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hart. The kick out to Towns. Nailed from three-point land.
Not much you can do to stop his J when Towns gets into the rhythm.
Halliburton drives in. Over Bridges. Bank shot. No good. For New York, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Anunoby passes to Towns. That one falls.
Towns is so dangerous in the paint. He's got the ability to just muscle through most any defense.
And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Pacers. It's a 10-point game. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. And that one is stuffed right through.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Bridges against Walker. Outside for Robinson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pacers leading by 12. Walker the pass to Siakam. Now, here is Halliburton. Defended by Bridges. Halliburton outside. Hits it from three-point range. And the Pacers lead by 15.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Robinson a screen on Walker. Bridges shot. Good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Bridges against Halliburton. From deep. The Knicks pull it in.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Pacers.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Walker against Bridges. Bucket is good.
Mikal Bridges. Pacers lead.
9 seconds left in the game. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding.
Who can really run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Ricochet in at the small forward. Now here's Bridges. Takes a 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Young against Bridges. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns, a 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, BA. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time. Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Offensive rebound. Johnson passes to Okongwu. The kick out to Young. Second chance effort. A good look from Johnson. The Knicks pull it in.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau. We talked about star guard Trae Young, their biggest problem tonight. Coach said Young is one of the most explosive offensive guys in this league. We want to make him a volume scorer, force Trae into lower percentage looks. Should be a fascinating matchup, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Young. From deep. Hart pulls it in. New York has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Fires for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Young from long range gets the 3 ball to go. Young's got 6.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. That one falls.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Young, the pass to Johnson. The kick out to Young.
Minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Fires from 14 and off the glass. That one's good. Give him 8.
I really like that from Young. Hitting that tweener shot, making them guard you all around the floor.
Bridges on the attack. Rejected by Okongwu. Outside Hart. Shoots over Young. Hart can't hit.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
The kick out to Young. Back to Daniels. Pass to Okongwu. Young against Bridges. Young, the pass to Daniels. Shoots over Anunoby. Here's Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Jacks up a 3, and the Hawks with another 3.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
There's the double with Okongwu. Hart passes to Robinson. And a big finish finish by Robinson.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Atlanta leading by 3. Here's Young. He connects, and now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And here's Bridges. 5 points in the game. And it's all from three-point range.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Towns up top, covered by Johnson. Towns outside. And a big finish by Robinson.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that, he's sure to give him a spark. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Hawks on top, up by 5. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Hawks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shots good by Hart.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
There's Young with the 3. The Knicks pull it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Anunoby against Young. Towns for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. 3-point lead. And stolen by Bridges. Anunoby on the wing. And he hits it to tie the game. Anunoby's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Well, Doris, since he was traded out of Phoenix, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have skyrocketed. Why is that?
Well, number one, he's worked hard to develop his skill on the offensive end. He came in as a 3-and-D guy, but what he's proven is he can handle the basketball, he can initiate action. You love the work ethic that went into that.
How's that for revenge? You know Young is looking to come right back with a triple of his own.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Young, the pass to Daniels. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line to try to make it a 3-point play. Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the contest. And every team is looking for length on their roster.
Yeah, the reason, BA, is because of the quality and skill of shooting. Guys are coming across half court, and they can shoot the basketball at 35 feet. The reason you need length is there's more area to cover. Increasingly, Brian, it's getting harder and harder to play as an undersized guard in this league.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Bridges finds Anunoby. There's the drive. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Daniels passes to Okongwu. They set the screen. Back to Daniels. Johnson on the wing. Johnson on the wing. Over Towns. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. Atlanta leading by 5. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
.157 left in the half. Here's a Kongwu. Pass to Rizashea. Young with it. He's guarded by Bridges. 5 to shoot. Here's Rizashea. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
It's always good to see Rizashea mixing it up down low.
Bridges outside. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Now Young with a steal.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Trae Young at the line. 2 shots.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many...
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
This challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Free throw's good. Young.
And Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Outside Robinson. Back to Bridges. 1:05 left to play in the first half of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anunoby. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. There's 53 seconds left in the second period.
Lead 30-23.
Bridges against Young. Pass to Rizashea. Let's go with a 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Towns. Bridges with it, and it's Young picking him up. Hart from long range. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's a Kongwu. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on OG Anunoby. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one misses. Beyond the arc. And they recover it. Out to Bridges. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Atlanta with a 9-point cushion at the Thanks Alley. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. We've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
P.J. Tucker is out there with Precious Achiuwa. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Tuck Porty in at the 5 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. The kick out to Nance. He shoots it. Here's Capella. And another shot. And he lays it up and in. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Inside, Capella's physical ability makes the difference. He can get vertical, bump with you, whatever it takes.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Here's Tucker. Counted from distance.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Hawks lead 34-26.
Here's Capella. Achua with a rebound. Knicks trail by 8. To the middle. The kick out to Brunson. Lets the three fly. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll say this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
The offensive rebound. Here's Porty. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. The Hawks lead by 8. LeVert with the ball. Now guarded by Achua. Fires the 3. The shot by LeVert, no good. For New York, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Pass to Tucker to the left wing. Outside McBride. Back to Tucker. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J. Tucker's got 6.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Now here's man. From deep three-point land. They get it back. Capella. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And just so active for his size, Capella is hard to guard.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Brunson outside. Oh, Brunson nails it from deep.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Nance, the pass to Capella. On the take. LeVert outside. Nance with the screen on Tucker. Clock at 4. LeVert finds Nance. And Nance with the slam.
And that's Nance Jr.'s go-to move. This guy doesn't mess around when he gets that kind of position.
Here's Brunson outside. Connects from downtown. Brunson's got 6 here in the quarter.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Pass to man. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Man's got his first 3 points of the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Brunson, so confident at the rim.
That's a silky jump shot, playing right over the top of the defense. Mr. Brunson, how good are you?
Man with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Now here's man. Tight defense on him. Here's LeVert. And he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 5.
That 6'7", Karis LeVert knows how to use that size, especially inside. He knows how to handle himself in there.
Outside Brunson. There's the 3. The shot misses. The Hawks lead by 5. Here's man. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And there's a pick. Here's Tucker. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Nance. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Ticks left in the third quarter. And here's Brunson from the arc. And he can't get that one. we've reached the end of the third. Hawks ahead. They lead by 5. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of... And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And Atlanta looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. Here's Daniels. No good on the triple. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Anunoby. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
OG Anunoby, because of his athletic ability, can be special in the open floor. Nice finish there.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Atlanta?
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Pass to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. Here he goes. And he makes it. And the Hawks lead by 4.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Bridges passes to Robinson.
Hawks foul. Daniels. 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Here's Bridges. Uses the glass on the layup.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
42.
To the left side wing. Okongwu has the open look. The rebound by Bridges. Here's Hart. Pass to Towns. Back to Hart. Towns, a screen on Young. Here's Hart. Rejected by Okongwu. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hart. We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. Here's Risache. And he jams it home with authority.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risache's future in this league.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. And the big reason their team is down, the 3-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. It's tipped.
Such a strong defensive player. Bridges understands I've got size and quickness. The rejection, yes sir.
Right side, Anunoby. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
4th personal foul.
So with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
New York making a switch here. Chua's checked in. The Hawks leading. Young looking around. Okongwu, a screen on Bridges to the right side. Lets it fly. Okongwu, no good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Outside Hart. Outside Chua to take the lead. And again, the Knicks missing.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Young. Johnson a screen on Bridges. Young inside. He's guarded by Bridges. 6 to shoot. Young against Bridges. Atlanta again missing. New York trailing. 1:52 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Achua. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's a bit a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Inside, it's Trae Young.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Bridges outside. Kicks it out Towns. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Knicks lead by 1.
How about the calm demeanor of Towns? Well made for pressure situations.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
The Knicks have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Bridges outside. Pass to Achua from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. That shot off the mark. Achua with some nice D. And the Knicks with possession. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Okongwu with it. Now guarded by Achua. And so they foul intentionally.
Carl Anthony Towns. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Young. The 3. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
And it's good. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2.
Mikal Bridges. Second personal foul.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Towns outside. Back to Anunoby. To force OT. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks. Pulling it out for the W. With the lead. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce.
two of the top. Offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The front court is Ricochet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center. It's a two from Mathurin. Pass to Turner. And good that time.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Here's Young. There's the drive. And he converts the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Outside Mathurin. The three. Rebound Atlanta. We're about 1 minute into the first. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Turner. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Turner with a screen for Mathurin. And it's off from three-point range. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Kicks it out to Johnson. Misses the three. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And finished off by Siakam.
What a display of quickness there. If you need to get out and run, Siakam's your guy.
Young against Walker. Lets the three fly, and that's good. Trae Young for 3. Young's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Okongwu against Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. Outside Mathurin. Okongwu grabs the board.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. No, he missed an easy.
Yeah, you can't make him fall, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Mathurin, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
For Indiana, Mathurin, 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shots good by Turner.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
And Young, here we go. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself, and he can get to the rim.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Here's Halliburton. Count it good.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
The Hawks leading. Young looking it over. On the wing, Daniels. Back to Young. There's a screen. Shoots the three. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Turner with a screen on Okongwu. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks on top. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of this.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
And already Mathurin has a pretty dynamic drive, but getting the drop on the defense all season won't be easy.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Halliburton against Okongwu. No one near Turner as he lets it go. It falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Love seeing this. Turner just rising and firing with no hesitation. Have to respect the confidence he's playing with.
Young drives in. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Trae Young not afraid to make passes like that. Great vision.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Some solid defense from Johnson.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid straight up and in.
Halliburton with the steal. And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
If you get a little bit careless around Halliburton, he's very long and very reactive. He gets steals like that.
And Johnson with the stop.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
Turner for 3. Johnson with the rebound.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shake and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Ooh, and I hope he didn't hurt his neck because that was one nasty head fake.
Yeah, the defender bought it all the way, didn't he? Outside Mathurin. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Shot's good by Walker.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Young drives in. Pass to Rizichet. Ball's knocked loose. Mathurin with the ball. He's picked up by Rizichet. Mathurin passes to Walker. Back to Mathurin. Takes a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Mathurin's got 6 points in the quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play. All that hustle is paying off.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And you can see why this team depends on Young for a big chunk of their offensive production. This guy is a pure scorer.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the screen. And he makes good on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
And there's some agility as Trae Young maneuvers to the shot he wants.
Takes it out to Siakam. Mathurin for 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight. And has been the driving force for Atlanta. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. LeVert out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's George Niang. And it's Nance in at the power forward position.
Assisted using his length that time. Capella up top to slam it down.
Tipped away. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Niang, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Toppin kicks to Bryant. It's Nembhard on the wing. It's tipped.
More of this from Larry Nance shooting, rising up and tossing that one away.
Pass to Shepard. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
Pass break here. Here come the Hawks. Here's Mann. And they'll get another chance. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Here's Shepard. Indiana again missing. The Hawks leading by 6. Here's Niang. The offensive rebound.
Capella, if we watched him again there, he would be reading where that ball is going, and he positions himself before the ball even comes off.
Here's Shepard. That 3 off the mark. Atlanta has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pacers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Nesmith. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now Shepard hasn't made one yet. Toppin. This one for 3. Nance with some nice D.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And he gets it to go.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
Here's Nemhard. LeVert defending. They set the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Shepard. Hands it from downtown. Shepard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense. And Toppin getting a little bit fancy with the throw down that time.
LeVert the pass to Capella. And the layup's good off the glass. Capella's got 6 points in the quarter.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Pass to Shepard. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Mann. Toppin pulls it in. Pacers trail by 9, and even 3-on-3 break. That one drops for him.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. Stolen away. Nemhard powered down with both hands.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here. He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
8 seconds left to play here in the third. Nemhard the pass to Bryant. And Capella sends it back. No good that time. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead.
We need you.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. The Hawks leading by 7. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The backcourt, Halliburton and Mathurin. And it's Walker in at the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Rizaje sets the screen for Young. Sinks the triple. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, Trey's not going to pass up a shot like that.
Outside Mathurin. And he jams it with authority.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And Young, here we go. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Pacers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's Johnson with the jam.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Mathurin. Lets it go with a three. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his fifth rebound right now in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Rieseshay. His three-pointers off the mark. Pacers trail by 12. Halliburton for three. Traps in the tray.
Boy, Halliburton consistent with that shot.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Jumps up. And finished off by Halliburton.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. Jacks up a three, and again, it's the Pacers from deep.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession just way more efficient, I think, here tonight, taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Rieseshay, and the dunk by Rieseshay.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Mathurin with the ball. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Outside Turner. Rieseshay with the steal. By himself. And the dunk by Rieseshay.
And that just may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all a time to get sloppy with the ball.
Here's Halliburton. Kick out to Walker. Siakam screen on Young. And Walker throws it down.
When Jarris Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Johnson the screen. Here's Daniels. Misses in close. Pacers trail by 6. On the wing, Turner. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Siakam sets a screen for Mathurin. Off target from outside.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Stolen by Walker. Siakam outside. And it's sent back by Okongwu. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Yeah, he's coming to the NBA, making an impact, and he's making one right here in a big-time moment.
Pass to Rieseshay. Halliburton with the steal. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And a wide-open look for Siakam. Kept alive by Indiana. Halliburton finds Siakam. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Here's Okongwu.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Walker against Young. Walker surveying the floor. Can't connect from long distance. And so it's Atlanta with the W. This was all much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry.
head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Now, New York starting 5. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the point guard. Indiana on offense. Walker with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's Siakam, and Siakam with the slam.
Wow, Siakam putting something extra on that one. Just a gifted player with style and substance.
Robinson, a screen on Walker. Bridges against Siakam.
Indiana foul. Walker, first personal foul. First team foul.
Anunoby on the wing, defended by Halliburton. Clock at 6. Launches it, and Anunoby gets the 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Rick Carlisle and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We got into it about his strategy against Karl Anthony Towns. These modern bigs are tough to stop, he told me, and went on to say, I'm hoping we can just force him to take bad shots, not the ones that he wants. I'll settle for that. So they're looking to disrupt Cat's selections and keep him from his spots, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And New York has possession after the basket by Indiana on the other end.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And there it is for him.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guard.
Foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Turner. Outside Walker. Pass to Mathurin. Oh, deflected.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Basket's good.
Josh Hart.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Now here's Anunoby. 7 points in the game. Towns, a screen on Halliburton. Anunoby for 3. Siakam pulls down the board. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They trail by 3. And then Siakam with the jam.
The defense just can't let Siakam get inside positioning like this because he's looking to dunk it home.
Towns outside. Back to Bridges. Towns, a screen on Walker. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Indiana with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Tipped away. Halliburton against Anunoby. Misses the floater. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Turner passes to Halliburton. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Clock at 6. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
And the Knicks miss again. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Turner finds Siakam. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The layup off target. Back to Anunoby. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Siakam with a screen on Anunoby. Mathurin up top. Anunoby covering. Mathurin passes to Siakam. That three's off the mark. Here's Towns. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Tell you what, going end to end, Towns may not always look like he's moving fast, but he's gobbling up some ground in a hurry. And some of that is his stride. That fella's got some big feet, too.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Knicks?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
So here are the five for New York as they start the second. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Anunoby in at the shooting guard. Bridges against Halliburton. Towns is screen on Halliburton. Here's Bridges. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Hart against Halliburton. Second chance shot. Hart can't hit.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Halliburton. Now here's Turner. Siakam the screen. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Three-pointer Mathurin. No luck on that one. Nice D from Bridges. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Robinson. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And both free throws good for Robinson. Pacers trail by 5. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter.
Nobody's stopping that. Mathurin attacking with purpose.
And the Knicks shooting 46%, a decent average so far. For three, Bridges. They get it back.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Walker, a screen on Anunoby. Mathurin with the ball. Hard covering. Shot's good by Mathurin.
Great body control allows Mathurin to finish through contact.
Knicks leading by 3. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Bridges. And he converts the layup. Bridges has got his first 2 points.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Kicks it out Towns. Back to Bridges. Yes, it's good. Bridges has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, relentless worker. Bridges, so tough inside.
Halliburton against Bridges. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Halliburton inflicting some pain with that throwdown. My goodness, young fella.
Outside Anunoby. It's good. And he drew contact contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. New York shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Pacers trail by 5. Siakam with a screen on Anunoby. Here's Matherin. Pass to Turner. Here's the three. Another three for Indiana.
I really like it when Turner squares up from outside because he's got a sweet stroke, and because of his size, hard for defenders to get to the shot, and it also stretches the floor, which is good for his team.
There's a minute 17 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Walker. Back to Turner for three. And it's New York with a rebound. Outside Anunoby. Towns a screen on Matherin. Anunoby on the wing. He's covered by Matherin. Out of bounds. It'll be Indiana's ball. Here's Halliburton. Turner, a screen on Bridges. Here's Halliburton. Oh, what a finish by Halliburton.
Tremendous explosion on that launch by Halliburton, throwing it down.
The Knicks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Outside Anunoby. Hart with a screen on Halliburton. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, Halliburton! Send it home!
How about Halliburton? This fella going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
For three, Bridges. Second shot opportunity. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, without question, OG Anunoby displaying all his skills today.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
They've got Shepard. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Thomas Bryant. And it's Nembhard in at the one. That's the group for Rick Carlisle getting going here in the second half. Now here's Nembhard. Driving in. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Pacers lead by 2.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Achua with a screen. Brunson uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
Now, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Toppin outside. Outside Nesmith. There's a screen by Toppin. Shot clock at 5. From the high post. That one's wide left.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Over to the left wing. Oh, and a fast break for the Pacers. Blocked. And it's out of bounds to Indiana.
Still Pacers ball.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's Shepard. Converts after the nice spin.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
New York trailing. Now Brunson. And he drives in. Here's Achua. And Bryant pulls it down. The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Neesmith on the wing. Checked by Tucker. There's a screen. Neesmith's shot is off. The Knicks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
Pacers foul. Shepherd. First personal foul. First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And the three-pointer goes.
And you can't forget to guard these corner spots, or guys like Brunson will hurt you.
Outside Neesmith. And he drops in the layup off the glass. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Right side Brunson. Misses from close range. The Pacers have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Left side, Neesmith. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. New York shooting about 56% in this one. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded by Nembhard. And Brunson, here we go. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Nembhard outside. Three-pointer. McCourty grabs the board. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Tucker. And there's the screen. From downtown, Indiana with a rebound. 1:05 left in the third quarter here. Here's Toppin. Lays it up and banks it in. Toppin's got 4 points in the quarter.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's McBride. Oh, and Bryant with a block. In transition, here come the Pacers. Toppin passes to Bryant. Achua with a steal. Fast break, New York. Right side, Brunson. Launches a three. It doesn't go for him. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Bryant, the pass to Nembhard. Outside Neesmith. Just 5 on the clock. Bryant, a screen on Brunson. Here's Neesmith. No good with a jumper from the wing. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Substitution on the court.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. It's a tie game in Indiana. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth, Mikal Bridges is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Robinson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Turner, a screen on Bridges. Kicks it out to Siakam. Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Mathurin. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. On the take. Here's Turner. Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. And Mathurin gets it to go on the assist by Turner. And now a 3-point Indiana lead.
He's got that guard quickness. Mathurin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Anunoby for 3. Walker pulls down the board. Indiana's gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Outside Anunoby. Drills it from deep.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Well, the Pacers' shooting has been tremendous. 63% for the game and scoring with confidence. Oh, taking the contact. Halliburton.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
To the paint. Here's Walker. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. And the Pacers lead by 2.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
Here's Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
This is why this team turns to Siakam in big moments. They trust him to come through.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Pass to Robinson. Towns outside. Anunoby for 3. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Anunoby against Mathurin. Pass to Turner. And it's New York with a rebound.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Towns with the ball. Here's Bridges, defended by Halliburton. Bridges against Halliburton. Towns, a screen on Halliburton. Bridges outside. Shoots over Siakam. The rebound by Turner. The Pacers have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
1:05 left in the fourth. Halliburton outside. Turner, a screen on Bridges. Halliburton punching in. Yes!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Anunoby on the take. He connects.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Bridges against Halliburton. And he was fouled while in. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's shot.
Second team foul. 2 shots.
But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Bridges against Walker. Kicks it out, Towns. Bridges with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's in!
Oh, so solid from the mid-range. Bridges understands when to rise up from there.
There's a screen by Turner. Here's Halliburton. Money!
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
Unless they can get a wide-open jumper, they might want to attack inside, because even if you miss at the rim, you can still draw a foul.
And so the big win by Indiana in a tight game. What a performance they had. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie